Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to this afternoon session. My name is Panos. I work as a program manager for the speech group. And in this session, I'm going to give you an update on the cognitive services speech product. With me is my colleague Shane Yin. He's managing the text-to-speech service, and he's going to talk to you in a little while about that service too. So the exciting news is that on Monday, at the beginning of Ignite, we started offering speech services, cognitive speech services in general availability. So with a single key that you get from Azure, you get access to a bunch of things inside the speech services, which I'm going to enumerate now. You can find speech recognition, the ability to convert audio to text. And you can do this using either baseline models, and these would be the same baseline models that we actually use internally. There is a lot of research and development that goes into these models. You can be up and running very, very quickly if you want to power your applications to use speech using our SDK. But more than that, you can actually customize speech recognition models. Why would you want to do that? If your application is going to be using a challenging environment with a lot of acoustic noise, background noise, or the language is very specific. For example, might be an application related to medical, might be related to biology or chemistry or whatever. You might want to think about customizing a language model or an acoustic model to go with it. And we do have a bunch of locales that you can actually go and customize. The second service you find in there is the text-to-speech. So this is the service that enables your applications to talk, right? So you can upload a piece of text and you get back audio that you can use for your service. And we offer a very large number of voices pre-built for you to use in a very large number of languages. I think it's 49 languages. And there is work that has been going on so there are fonts, male and female, there are different characters and personalities that you can actually choose from. You can customize, the thing that is new is that you can customize the voice font as well. What that means practically is that you can upload you can bring your own data, your own voice recordings, and you can create a font, a voice font that reflects the personality of the scenario you want to do, reflects your company's ethos, and so on and so forth. So you can either use pre-built or you can develop your own custom font using this service. In addition, we have speech translation. This also benefits from customization. There's a lot of scenarios out there. There's too many of them where you might want to take input in a number of different languages. And you may want to output in a number of different languages. So speech translation is the service that allows you to do this. And you can actually customize both the SR piece, the SR model for speech, and the speech output. There is also the SDK. So this has been our sort of journey in developing a single programming experience for accessing everything speech related. So the service is out. So the SDK version 1.0 is out since Monday for a number of platforms, and it's available in a number of languages. You will see all the stuff on our documentation. There is also a speech devices SDK. This is basically an optimized speech stack that would allow a device to connect directly to our speech service in the cloud and benefit from all the good speech goodness we have running in the cloud. So for customers that might want to build their own devices, I would encourage them to really go and talk to us about this or really look into the devices SDK. We are available now in more regions than we were back at the build. So now we've increased the number of regions to 8. We have portals in each one of them. The data stays within that region. I know this is important to some customers. And there's a bunch of new things like how-to guides, tutorials, a lot of data samples, code samples. You can actually get you started very, very quickly. All you need is go and get that single Azure key. There are resources. You will find them in the documentation. I will show you the links later on for Swagger, frequently asked questions, and so on and so forth. In relation to speech recognition, We have been working on increasing the accuracy of the model. So the baseline models I use now are the latest sort of, if you like, the latest sort of evolution into this journey of creating accurate transcription. The locales that we offer are 30, I think I told you earlier, and most of them you can actually adapt. So you can customize for a large number of languages. We now support long-form speech. We didn't have this earlier on. There was a limit of 10 minutes. This is now lifted. You can upload files that have very long length, or you can be, if you use it real time, you can be talking for a long time. For the SDK, we said, developer friendly. You can do real time, and you can do also batch transcription. This is important. There's a lot of customers that have call center data, and this data is stored in accounts, in storage accounts. If you want to transcribe that data, we do offer you the so-called batch transcription API that allows you to actually point to that storage, and we're going to go asynchronously and transcribe all the data for you. We discussed about the regions. So we are at 8 regions, and the other important thing to say for speech to text is that we are compliant. So we have actually obtained all these certifications for finance, for medical, and all of the services are GDPR compliant. For text-to-speech, we said what it does. Out of the box, you can get 80+ voices in 49 languages. There's a lot of stuff in there you can actually get your hands on using the key we spoke about. But as Satya said on his keynote, every company is likely to build their own custom voice. And the service that we GA'd on Monday, it was private preview from build. We GA'd the service on Monday, allows you to build, as I said, your own voice. You might need this when you have both type scenarios, personal assistants, these type of services. You might think about, you might actually want to customize a voice. I'm going to play a couple of samples just to give you an idea. So these services work by bringing your own data, and I want to show you. Again, could you help me just to run this? So these services work by uploading your own data. I have a demo here that shows the quality of the voice when you have 30 minutes of data, and then another one when you have 8 hours of data. How do we play that video?
You just click on that one. Is it?
We have some sound now that should be coming up.
You can move the mouse there. Can I move the mouse there? So I need to click on the audio button like that. But sorry, we just have a little issue with the sound. I really want to play that sound for you to hear what it does. Can we do it? If not, we can move on. If not, we'll move on. OK. I wanted you to hear the voices. You can hear the voices actually on the website. There is a technical issue. We can play the sound now. But you can hear the voice on the website. Now, regarding the scenarios, so dictation is the most obvious one. You can use the SDK to do real-time dictation. And we have some knobs that allow you to switch between manual punctuation or automatic punctuation and stuff like that. And you can utilize real-time either baseline models or custom models. Why would you use custom models for dictation? There are customers that want to do things like medical reports. And this would be highly specialized. It's a highly specialized field, and therefore, customizing a language model for this scenario would actually is something that would be encouraged and would work quite well. Captioning, given that the actual transcription you update from the SDK in real time is actually it's pretty fast, you can use this to caption live events. Actually, I have a couple of customers that do POCs where they caption live sports events, tennis, football, and so on and so forth. They come to us, they create language models with the players' names, the lingo around the particular event, and they deploy that model, and they use that model to obtain captions for the event when the event is going out live. Call centers. There's 2 scenarios in call centers that we actually implement with this tech. There is the real-time scenario where the calls are being streamed in real time and are being analyzed for telemetry, for sentiment, for things like that. And there is also the batch scenario, which I briefly mentioned earlier, where there is a lot of accumulated audio in some storage account, and you want to get that transcribed to do analytics of your call center agents, for example. And you can do this using the batch transcription API. We do have a bunch of features. There's a lot more on the documentation, but we can deal with a number of with various audio formats. We can deal with lengthy audio files, as I said earlier. We can do channel splitting and stuff like that. Another popular scenario is the conversational voice agents. So this is about, an example of this is a customer care bot. And we have actually built this with a couple of partners, which I'm going to show you a video in a second. But this is basically, I like this scenario because it shows the power of cognitive services when you put them together, all together to work in a pipeline. Right? We have a scenario, we have actually a solution for a telecom, which I'm going to play the video in a minute, where customers call, the bot picks up, it asks the user what the query is, and it goes through with him all the way to resolving the problem. So we did this with Vodafone. I'm going to play the video of it now. And I hope it goes through.
Vodafone Italy is part of one of the largest telcos in the world, reaching over 500 million customers amongst 25 countries. We work every day to ensure our customers have the best customer experience. This is one of the many reasons behind the introduction of our digital assistant, Toby. Our journey started in Italy almost a year ago on the My Vodafone app. Toby was then powered by a semantic engine, a keyword-based solution. Despite the basic technology behind, Toby immediately showed its potential. The conversational interface has been a revolution, making every interaction ever simple and faster. And our customers loved it. The following natural step was for us to turn Toby into a smarter version of itself, leveraging Microsoft Cognitive Services. Azure Bot Service is speeding up the development time and giving us the flexibility to scale Toby on different channels, whilst maintaining a unified cognitive foundation based on Lewis and Speech API. With Stream Analytics and Azure Data Lake, we are now ingesting millions of events and getting valuable insights on how to optimize the cognitive layer in its experience.
So the bot is actually being tested. They have routed some of the load that they get daily from customer requests to it, and they do plan to go into production with a full load. All customers eventually would be routed through Toby for queries, for resolutions, for stuff like that. The other scenario I want to tell you very, very quickly is something we're doing with KPMG. So KPMG is receiving thousands of hours of audio every day from their banks, from customers. And they do analysis on those audios. So the phone calls are mostly traders, conversations between traders. And they analyze those calls for various analytics, but also for surveillance. So they try to identify rogue trades. And they are using speech services because they can build custom models that can really understand and transcribe correctly the financial jargon, the financial vocabulary, the lingo, the acronyms, all that stuff. And they need that stuff to be accurate before they can move further down to do analysis on those calls. So there is, I don't know if I'll be able to play the video. I have a nice demo of this. I have the same issue we had before with the other video. I don't think the sound will be coming out. But effectively, what I wanted to show you is what the difference is between, so this is a real telephone conversation between two traders, and we are transcribing the call using a baseline model and a custom model. The baseline actually is doing quite well, but not that great. the customer is really able, if you look at the yellow stuff, to really get what the really keywords of that conversation will be. Yeah?
Hi, can I have a quote in Aussie US dollar, please?
Sure. What size?
No, I don't have the time to play it again. Okay, and the final thing I'm going to mention, that doesn't have a video, thankfully. So it's the work we do with Rubo. They're a Chinese company based in Beijing. They're developing robots for various scenarios, kids companions to kiosks, for example, in airports or banks. And we are working with text-to-speech folks. We're working with text-to-speech folks to actually, we're working with text-to-speech folks to actually provide them the voices for those products. Now, with that, I'm going to pass it to Noel. You're going to do the demo. Hopefully, it's going to work better than mine did.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, come here, please. Like, I don't want that to fall. That's very precarious. Am I on? All right, cool. Here it comes. All right, how many of you have seen the JFK demo? Anyone? If not, you should go. A few. Awesome. If I had t-shirts, I'd totally give you one. But I have stickers, so you should see me after. But I built a custom speech bot on top of JFK files. So I just want to, in a couple minutes, show it to you because we have a few announcements we want to make right after this. So this is the basically an apps a developer built, right, that goes against a bunch of docs. Really, really cool. But I thought it would be even cooler if I built an application for it. I will have HDMI sound. Yeah, I hope so. So I'm going to refresh my screen just because, you know, we like to make sure all is well, looks good. And now this bot is basically, if you know a little bit about the JFK controversy, the head of the FBI at the time was J. Edgar Hoover, and I thought, who better to ask questions of than J. Edgar Hoover? So let me give it a try. Welcome. Wah, wah. That's okay. We're going to try this one more time. Sorry for the pop. Let's try it one more time. Luckily, it knows the answer. Welcome. Audio, Jack? Yeah. Funny. It definitely should work with that. Can I try it one more time? Oh, for goodness sakes. Give me some love. All right, everyone, you in the back thinking bad thoughts, think good thoughts for me. Be positive. You good? Ready? Did you change anything? All right, we're going to try one more time. Speech is a little sad if it doesn't actually work. It's not working. Mic is working. All right, well, that's very sad. Okay, so what would have happened is and I have a YouTube video because I have crashed and burned on many stages. But also very successful sometimes too. But what you would have heard was a custom voice, what actually did happen. I just don't know how it didn't get to your speakers. But a custom voice that I built using just an hour of audio that I scraped from the files provided by the government, and it created a voice that sounded like J. Edgar Hoover. I did have to massage it a little bit, but you can go check it out. Now the next thing, extremely important, is my ability to say, what's the most important cryptonym associated with GP floor? Now, GP floor is not in the natural language, right, model. Neither, surprisingly enough, is cryptonym. Cryptonym is like a code word used by the government. So I trained my model on these code words, and it actually knows 260 of them now. But the moral of that story is that you can now accommodate like things that would break a speech model, or like your product names, your service names. If you're building a game, alien species names, right? Now you can build models that can do this. And I am just a mealy little Java developer. I've been building enterprise Java apps for 20 years, but I'm not a data scientist. Like I was able to build these models and embed them in my application like I built this in 3 days, and it was 3 days, and I was doing my real job. So like an hour, maybe 2, right? So take a look at it. We have some amazing samples online. I'm going to hand it over to let you guys hear a little bit about the announcements. I'll plug you in. Oh.
So my colleague is a program manager in the text-to-speech group. She's going to talk to you about some things that are coming next. I
Okay.
don't think.
Before I move to what's coming next to TTS, I really want to play this sample of Nubo. Just let me try. Oops. Yeah, here it is. Oops. Sorry about that. Display settings. Can you put the audio? I'm playing it now. Okay, it's on my computer. No. It's not there? Okay, I'll just skip it. And I'm going to show you some very exciting news about text-to-speech. And in the last 2 years, Microsoft Speech and Language has achieved a string of breakthroughs. In 2017, we achieved human parity in conversation speech recognition, which means we have developed a technology that can recognize words just as well as professional human transcribers in a conversation. And early this year, in March, we have reached human parity in machine translation from Chinese to English on news articles. And what's exciting, on Monday afternoon, Eric Boyd, CVP of Microsoft AI and Cloud Division, announced this new technology, neural text-to-speech. With this technology, we are able to build a new production system that can make machine voices indistinguishable from human recordings. Why is it a breakthrough? The traditional text-to-speech training pipeline takes a few steps to convert text into audio. And the core part of natural speech is prosody, which includes pause and tones. And how to predict prosody? Normally, in traditional TTS, it includes different steps, like linguistic analysis and agoutic prediction. And each module may be implemented separately by rules or models, and thus reduce the prosody, the naturalness in prosody. But neural TTS makes it possible to leverage, to joint optimize linguistic and acoustic prediction. And this makes the process much more natural. And we are glad to announce that this technology is available through private preview today. So you can go to aka.ms, try NeuroTTS to sign up and deploy the voice to your application. I hope you enjoy the quality of NeuroTTS. I'm sorry I cannot play it today, but you can try our website. It's on customvoice.ai, and you can just listen to the voice, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you. I will hand over to Panos.
Okay. So I'm going to conclude this session. You heard a lot. I'm really sorry about the demos that didn't play. We're in the data and AI section of the expo. I can show you the demos if you come to the booth. I will show them all to you. The things I want you to remember is that the speech services GA'd on Monday. We enable a lot of scenarios, a plethora of scenarios in dictation, captioning, customer care boards, call centers, automotive. There is single key that you need from Azure to get these things working, and one SDK to have access to all these services. And with that, I'm going to leave you, and hopefully I'll see you at the booth. Thanks.